Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, it is Soulfax here, and you're watching me attempt to cast Starcraft 2, and we have a nice game here, a ZvZ on Antigua Shipyard. It's a big map for ZvZ, but this is something that I have never actually casted before, ZvZ. Let's start by introducing our opponents. Playing at the top of the map in the ever so stylish yellow trunks, it is Hordeon. Yes, we're gonna call him Hordeon or Hordeon. Hordeon, I'm sorry dude, but your name is messed up. And in the bottom of the map, playing in the also stylish, but not so stylish, ever so common, red trunks, it is LaVaTodes. LaVaTodes. Excuse me, that is totally funny. Now, the current metagame for ZvZ is actually, there is no current metagame for ZvZ. You play a reactionary game, you try to react to whatever your opponent does. If your opponent does an early spawning pool, you try to do the same with getting early scouting. And now we see that Hordeon is not going for that. Oh, excuse me, I'm just confused here. Not going for that drone scout, neither is his opponent here. So we will see what actually happens. This is a nice map for me playing ZvZ because this natural base is very easily defended here with a few spine crawlers here, and I actually love Antigua Shipyard. It's one of my most favorite maps in the whole game. Antigua Shipyard is my second favorite map, okay, but Ohana Valley is my first, but Antigua Shipyard, it's not so bad. Now both of these players are not going for any sort of early aggression, while they're both putting down their excuse me, spawning pools quite early, but Hordeon put it one probe later, so we will see what happens. Now, though that doesn't mean that there's gonna be any early aggression. Actually, the spawning pools are very common, but we see Hordeon going for an expansion here, so a hatchery after spawning pool here will put him at a slight advantage over his opponent, because his opponent has not expanded yet. That's not a big deal, not having expanded yet, but we will see if Lava actually decides to expand that early as his opponent is. Okay, calm down, concentrate on the match. Now, or does he decide to put on some early pressure? Now we see 4 Zerlings immediately after the spawning pool is finished being morphed in, so Lava will be going for some kind of early aggression here, and we see also Hordeon taking his one mineral gas at his main base. So he's going for, I think, banelings very early on, but Hordeon has built a few links and he's going to send them out just to scout as well as poke his opponent. He sees that this overseer is in the range. He sees that his opponent is going for hatchery first, so he knows that it's safe to go and attack because his opponent probably doesn't have a lot of units. A first queen pops out for Hordeon, and the queen will move down into position to try to block it off. I mean, those links cannot get to cancel on this hatchery, no freaking way. We will see what actually happens. No lanes are on the field actually for Hordeon. There are 6 in productions, excuse me, but Lava is going for metabolic boost, so if he macros this correctly, he will get it. He might be able to get in the mineral line. He tries to do a run by, no, he gets denied, but that queen over there, queen stops him. I don't think anything will happen now. He will be forced to retreat 6 links on the field at the moment, and I think that Lava can actually make some sort of a counter-attack. And while this all was happening, Lava decided to expand his natural base here, which is a good idea, but those links try to get around. Unfortunately, there are no workers here, almost gets surrounded by the opponent links, and now I think really Lava needs to fall back. Those links are not so worthy. I mean, they're not so expensive, but they are useful. Now, did Lava take any gas in his mineral line? Oh, why did I keep saying that? He took gas. He took gas recently, not so late. I think that it was a similar timing as his opponent. His opponent probably took it just a little bit later. But now Hordeon here, we're gonna call him Hordeon, has a nice force of links coming in here. So what does Lava has to defend against it? He has a few links, but they're moving out. If they get caught out of position and get annihilated, I don't think that Lava will be able to hold this. He has only 2 links in production here, but 4 more are here. We will see what actually happens. That's a big force of links here. Finally, Lava spots it without Overseer, Observer. Oh, is that Overseer? Overlord! Overlord, there he spots it, but I think the Hordeon for now is just gonna take this Naga Tower until he builds some forces, or he's just gonna run past it before and just ignore whatever I just said now. Yes, he's just gonna ignore. Now we will see what happens. Morphing in a few banelings here, it will be a devastating hit if he manages to get in that mineral line here, but we see a spine crawler going down. This is a nice little thing here. If he just expanded in the background, that would be even greater. Now they collide, just a few links going in there to check out what's going on. Those Ah, those queens are out of position. One of them gets surrounded. Ah! Ugh. He almost managed to do this. That queen was totally out of position. And now finally the banelings come in here. No baneling speed here for them. Now Lynx try to bust in. Now Spinal Crawler goes down. And if he flows, and almost taking down both of those queens. But more lings are here. And both of those queens will go down. What a nice play for Hordeon here. Amazing crippling of his opponent. Let us see this. What is the button for it? Unit lost. L. We'll see. Oh, unit lost. Very, very favoring Hard. Oh, he actually lost more than his opponents, but he managed to destroy the queen there. And as we know, queens are very expensive. Now he's placing his own spike roller here, taking double gas on the natural. We will see what develops here. He's got even more banelings, more figurines, so he's going to try to do a lot of damage in his base. He's waypoint him directly to his opponent's base, trying to do a run by, trying to annihilate that mineral line here. We'll see what happens. It's almost at the same time Lava is taking his second gas at his natural base, his first gas at natural base, and is putting down an evolution chamber and a roach warren. So we will see some roach play here. Nice timing for roaches actually, because his opponent has not built a roach warren at this moment. I think it's not. And those lings actually made it in the base. They go for the mineral line. They will get a lot of kills here. And they point down the queen. No, they go for the drones. One drone go down, 3 drones down. That's a lot of drones being killed here. But I think that Lava will be able to clean it up with some difficulty here. But he manages to clean it up. Let's see how many units he actually lost here. He lost 7 workers here. And now Lava is really, I mean, Hordeon is Hordeon, excuse me, is really crippling his opponent. Now, only now we see Roach Warren going down for Hordeon, and we don't see any roaches in production for Lava. He should build some roaches because his opponent is behind in tech, and he does a big roach bust. Now his opponent might not be able to hold it. But we see a nice little force of lings here coming in the middle, trying to do a counterattack now, trying to cripple his opponent because he's now behind, and Lava knows it. He's behind in mineral and he's behind in workers. We will see what happens. But just in the nick of time, Hordeon managed to put down that double evolution chamber here and manages to push back his opponent. That is a nice little wall off here with triple. I mean, 4 evolution chambers be built. I think that's just for the purposes of the wall off. And will he able to push it back? Yes, he manages to push it back. 1 baneling detonates, and now he just puts them there. Now he cancels them, and that's a really great play, putting that down those evolution chamber to prevent him getting access to his mineral line. And now in the middle, he has put down his infestation pit, or Hordeon that is, and did Lava put down his infestation pit. Let's try and locate it. No, he has not, but he is going for this spire here, so we may see some Mutalix play in this game. Where's that spire? Is it here? Yeah, that spire is here. But in the meantime, Lava has also taken his 3rd expansion, so by expansion he's just a little bit in front of his opponents. But I think that Hordeon, excuse me, has the advantage because he killed a lot more units than his opponents. He sold 7 workers, but he has lost more Zerglings and more banelings here. But at the same time, he takes his 3rd expansion also, so we will see what happens. One link tries to poke in here. That link was a scouting link, and he's gonna just he's just gonna leave them there to do. No, he's gonna come back. But well, that link actually, can he cancel this? No, he definitely can't. Nice play by Lava here, getting that 1 baneling detonation. But now we see Hordeon going for roaches. He's going for roaches. He will try to do some sort of counterattack, but roaches at this moment are very, very slow, and they won't be able to do a lot against so many lings here. Those lings are not upgraded, but they will be soon if Lava decides to put down an evolution chamber, which he doesn't decide to put, and he has enough minerals to do it. I think that's a kind of a misplay from Lava here. He actually should put a double evolution chamber, but well, it's his decision. He has taken all the 4 gases at his bases, and he will probably soon take those 2 gases if he's going for any sort of Mutalix play, because Mutalisks cost a lot of gas, and now we see Mutalisks being produced, and where they are, there he is. So he's gonna go for some kind of harass here, while Hordeon is amassing units here with infestors and with banelings, zerglings, roaches, and even an overseer here. So we will see what happens. Oh, and those Mutalisks are still going around. They will try to poke down at this 3rd base, try to cripple the economy of his opponent, because as we see now, Lava has more units, but those units are almost consistent. All of them are Zerglings, which are not so useful against Infestors and Roaches. Now we see splitting up his forces, Lava is, and going for a double, maybe 3-prone attack, and now he will manage to pick off a few Banelings here and there. He will manage to pick off a few, because at the moment Hordeon doesn't have any anti-air whatsoever except those Infestor, but those Infestors are not so useful against Mutalisks. And now, what is he gonna do? Is there even a Spire down? There is no Spire for Hordeon here. That is a big mistake for him, a huge mistake. Those Mutalisks will just camp out here and nibble at his opponent. He will do a lot of damage while he's securing this third expansion here. Oh, this is gonna be just brutal if he doesn't build something anti-air. And he decides to take down a few Overlords here and there, but those... Oh, nice fungal here on the Mutalisk. A lot of damage being dealt, but now Lava brings a lot of Lings here trying to do a most... do a lot of damage. They focus down on that Spine Crawler. They're trying to get the Infestors here. They decide to go for the Roaches, Roaches and Infestors, excuse me. Now the Infestors will get surrounded. They'll probably get taken out. Lava is doing a lot of damage here. If he decides to go for the mineral line, he will be able to do even more damage here. Now more reinforcements coming from Lava here. They intercept those Hydras here. They get destroyed by those Banelings so easily. Hydras are not so good against Baneling. And now even Hordeon's Roaches going out. I don't think that the Hordeon can actually hold this, because there's a lot of forces of Lava in here. There's more Roaches morphing in for Hordeon, so he may be able to hold this if Lava decides to stick to Lings, and from what I see, he's deciding to stick to Lings. So Hordeon shouldn't have any problem holding this with that amount of Roaches he has, but those Lings run straight for the middle line. They will be able to do a lot of damage to get to the main base. They get to the main base, and now the slaughter continues. They will continue killing everything in that main base. They focus down on the Queen. I don't know if that's the best idea. Should have focused on the Workers instead, because Workers are very much more useful than Queens at this point of game. And now it finally gets cleaned up, but even more reinforcements coming for Lava to this first base, but that is not gonna enter here because there's a lot of Roaches here. And now I think that Lava has a really big advantage over his opponents. He's finally started his Roach production here. He's going for that Pathogen Glance, excuse me, and he's finally going for Infestors here. 2-2 is on the way. Those Infestors have only 0-1, so he's gonna be making more Lings here because he has 2-2, Ground Carapace 2, and Zerg melee attacks 1, so we'll see what happens. Let's see what kind of upgrades have those Zergs. They have absolutely nothing, have only 1. That is strange. What does his opponent have? His opponent has 2-2 on those Roaches, so he's in the advantage in that aspect. But we will see what happens. Maybe Lava decides to take over his opponents, to take him down by pure numbers. In the meantime, he's taking his 4th base, so he's really wanting to jump ahead to make his opponent pay. And those Changelings just went out there to scout out what's going on. They see that there's a nice little force here of Infestors and Roaches, and they will decide to pull back. There's even a Spine Crawler coming down here to defend it. Now Hordeon is checking for any sort of odd expansions here for... Lava is checking any sort of odd expansions here for Hordeon. Now he sees his own expansion. He's gonna go and check the 4th here. He's gonna find absolutely nothing. We will see what happens. We will see what happens. And Hordeon is moving out. That's a nice force here. Even some Hydras in the mix here. From what I see here, Lava shouldn't have a big problem defending from this. If those Lings get caught out of position, it will be a big disaster for Lava here. Actually, those Lings, go and check it out. But now they see a little remnant of the force here, and if he manages to get them back in position, he will be able to defend against it. But if he doesn't, he won't be able to defend against this. Lava got some of his Overlords taken out, and now that's a lot of Lings here. A lot of Banelings being morphed in. No, that's a that's a Fungal Growth. One Fungal Growth is enough to take down a Baneling that is not heavily upgraded. We see there's even more force for Lava being made here. And now finally Hordeon is going for that Spire here, and he's going for the Hive Tech, so we might see some Broodlords here in play, because he's going for the Spire late here. We will see. There's these forces too in the middle. If Hordeon decides to check his opponent's natural here, he might be able to do a lot of damage to it, because at the moment Lava's forces are out of position. He decides to send a few Roaches in here. He will be able to take down that Queen without no problem. Infestor getting lobbed out here to take down those area units, and now this natural will go down if Lava doesn't decide to do something about it. I mean, this turret will go down. Those first turret just useful there as a wall. That turret will definitely go down here. Oh, those poor little drones not getting any help from Lava here. Lava is just deciding to let his opponents have this, but he knows that he's one base ahead, so he kinda can take that risk. He kinda can take that sacrifice. Now, we will see. This fourth base of Lava is up and operating. There's even more units here to protect bases, possible bases for Lava, and I think that both of these players will not engage. And now Hordeon is, Lava is going for Ultralisk tech, which is very effective against those roaches and hydras here. We will see what happens. I don't think the Hordeon knows that his opponent is going for Ultralisk tech. I mean, I didn't know, but now, oh, Hordeon is going to check this up and corner here, check if his opponent has an expansion. This expansion will also go down without the contest, because there is no way that Lava can move units up there. Now we see a big clash in the middle. Those Ultralis going on. There's no fungals. There is absolutely no fungals here. The Ultralis will just bite through this big force of Hordeon. Those Infestors will unfortunately go down very, very easily. A lot of Infestor terrors being lobbed out, but really Lava has the superior unit composition here. Hordeon had absolutely no chance, but Hordeon is taking his fourth base in the middle here. There's a little counterattack by Lava here. It gets cleans up by Hordeon, but at the same time, Lava is again moving his forces up here. I don't know if that's a good idea, because those roaches are still here. That's a really bad idea. Actually, now Lava is moving out, try to finish off his opponent, because he knows if he doesn't finish this quick, he will lose this game just by the fact that he doesn't have the economy to support his army here. Now we see just how out of position Hordeon is at the moment, and those Ultralis gets taken out, but there's even more Ultralis here. I think this force of Lava will get taken out quite easily. There's not a lot of units here for Lava, so he will lose this completely and utterly, if I'm correct. No, that's actually, he's not gonna lose this. For some reason, Hordeon decided to pull back, even though he could be able to take down this little force. He's probably waiting for the Infestor Terrans to time out so he can engage them directly. But in the meantime, Lava is retreating. He's decided not to take this fourth base. And now we see a lot of roaches coming for the side. If Hordeon decides to flank his opponent, he might be able to do a lot of damage on those big Ultra-Rigs. But now Lava decides to move in, aiming down those Infestors would be a great idea for him to cripple his opponent. But those Infestors have absolutely no energy for fungals, so I think they are left for dead here. Instead, if those Hydra don't decide to clean this up, and they manage to clean this up without any problem whatsoever, and Lava is again trying to rebuild a base here. He even sent a queen here. What a gutsy move, sending his queen, making a base so close to his opponent's main base. Well, in the meantime, Hordeon is still in this base, still hammering down on that hatchery. Destroyed it, I think, 2 times now, and we will see what happens. This is a big, nice game here we have. Very confusing indeed. I don't like casting Zerg, because Zergs have a big variety of possible techniques, possible builds to use, but we will see what happens. Now Hordeon is still going for that Infestor tech here, Infestor roaches here. I don't know if that's the best idea to go against the Ultra-Rigs tech that Lava is going for. He's building 2 Ultra-Rigs, so he's not big on minerals at this point in time, because I think he has only 1 base that he can mine from. No, he doesn't have absolutely any base that he can mine from. He's just relying on long distance mining. Well, his opponent has, he doesn't have the best economy in the world, but he has some economy in the world. Now there's a small clash in the middle. I think Lava is trying to poke in here to see if there's a hole in the fence so he can take out a few bases, so they're even on economy. But at the moment, I think the Hordeon is a big advantage because he has income, while Lava doesn't have any sort of income. If those roaches engage here, they will be able to do a lot of damage, but for some reason those roaches decide now they engage, aiming down the Ultralis, and GG from Lava. Nice game played here, really nice game played from both of the opponents. But what it came down to was not the size of the army or the upgrades, but simply denying your opponent economy, denying your opponent income and source in minerals and gas. But gas was not so important, because in the end Lava had better army, did have little worse upgrades than Hordeon, but didn't have any sort of income. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I always say episode. I hope you enjoyed this cast. Till next time, guys, keep it steady and carry on.